need in the community, said, well, I have land, so we can look at how we can build a child care facility. We have other businesses. I know Brittany's working with one of the businesses up in the North County that says, I could step up and do something for my employees. And she got together with other businesses from the surrounding area that they can work in partnership. And then they're looking at existing child care facilities that can expand to meet the needs. So we've got multiple things going on. I know I'm probably talking a bit of circles, but trying to connect how ELC, not only do we serve the families, serve the providers, work in partnership with multiple partners in the community to address trends. And the trend was over the last couple of years to really address the capacity issue. And while that trend has been somewhat, we still have the issue of cost of care. And that's where the tax credit was so critical that employers can really step up and help their employees with childcare. And we can help those employees find childcare. We can help those businesses connect with the childcare facilities they might want to work with. If they are able to build one on site, which is fantastic for those that can do that, we can help them with that from beginning to end, working with them through the licensing process, through connecting them with the right the people who design the facility, to the multiple partners are involved in that process as well. But to bring Brittany up to let her talk about the work of our task, which is now coming up onto a year, and we feel like accomplished a lot more than we might have thought in a short period of time. So absolutely.
Wonderful. Good evening, everyone. Like Janet mentioned, my name is Brittany. I'm the president and CEO of the Lakewood Business Alliance, board member of ELC, but more importantly, a mom to 3 kids 8 and under, which meant I was very much in the childcare searching game and understanding the cost, accessibility, and affordability of childcare. Additionally, I've spent my entire career in the Chamber of Commerce industry supporting businesses through different economic downturns, things that are happening locally, state, nationally. A lot of the work that we do is in the advocacy space as well. So, what we kept hearing is there's kind of a trifecta happening with businesses. It was, they want to recruit and retain, yet cost of housing is very expensive. We still have our transportation issues here. And then you also have the accessibility and affordability of childcare. So if you think about it, if you're trying to recruit somebody out of market, they're looking at all of those things before they're deciding to move here or somewhere else. So I always say when it comes to the business world, when it hits their radar and they identify it, then they want to come in fast and then they want to solve it. But business people don't have the patience to wait for government to solve everything. So I truly believe the best trifecta of the community is government, business, and nonprofits all working together to fix an issue. And that's how we came up with this task force. So this task force is made up of different membership organizations that handle different business issues. So if you think about your economic development or chambers of commerce, owners really sat together and we thought, how can we make an impact in this area? It was the support of Representative McFarland, which has been talked about earlier in this conversation, and her legislation. So it is her job to pass legislation. It is our job to interpret it and actually get the ball moving. And that's what the task force has been instrumental in doing. We have been able to identify, I think last time I checked, we were at 15 or 16 projects. So those are expansion projects or possibly new daycares coming into the market. From the business side, I want to simplify this because I can tell you the second we make this difficult for businesses, they're out. Like that is probably one of the biggest takeaways of the business I'm working with right now. She wants to make sure this process is seamless. So a couple of things that we've been talking about with the task force that affect businesses. So Janet mentioned it earlier, you have a few options here. So option number 1, I'm a business and I want to give the $300 monthly stipend to my employees who have children in this age bracket so that they can pay their daycare services. You can partner with a daycare. So this is my example number 1. You have a daycare that's close to you and already licensed working with the ELC, and you're able to send those children to that daycare. Now that does not work for everybody because your employees might live in different areas, but if they're coming to the office, they're likely to have a daycare that's close to them. Plus, I would say if they're already partnering with the ELC, we know they're a high quality child care facility, and that's really important in this too. Your other option is you want to build a childcare facility. Now, the one thing I hear from employers are, I'm not in the childcare space. That's cool. If you have some land, we'll take it. If you have some extra space in your place, we'll take it. And the ELC will match you with one of, again, these high quality childcare sites that can come and manage that. Think of your PGT YMCA model type of thing. And that's where you can see 50% of your startup costs. Now, the thing is, this is $5 million across the state to use this year. We know that the application was launched in October, which means we're already getting application process through. We're working with the Florida Chamber Foundation. We've identified about 6 or 7 different task force around the state who are all working on this issue. And I think we'll be able to lend the support of the Florida Chamber to help us with some of the guidelines and policies. At the end of the day, my hope is that we can get really a guidebook to employers, a step-by-step on how they can access this. I'll refer back to what I said earlier. The second we make this complicated, like they're out, they're trying to make payroll on Friday and serve their customers. I think this is a great benefit for your employees. I think as you look at your overall compensation package, you know, health insurance and time off and holidays and remote work and things like this, this is just another thing to set you apart for being a truly family-friendly workplace. So if you have interest and anything that I said sparked a conversation, I hope you'll reach out to me, you'll reach out to the ELC, and we would love to talk to you. We'd love to match you up with resources that can help you recruit and retain some really great employees. And I think I am turning it over to a real life example, correct? To continue the conversation on what employers can actually do, I will have our 2 friends here introduce themselves. Here you go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sammy Tenner, and I'm with Darling Design Studio. And with me, I have
Robert Connor, Principal Architect at Darling Design Studio.
right. And we wanted to talk a little bit on the King's Classic and the PGTs, and how we have been able to assist them with their extensions and additions to their buildings for childcare.
So over the past 10 years, our firm has been designing daycares along the coast of Florida, working mostly with the YMCA nonprofit, but also